Okay, road's safe now. Bring the van on up.
Will do. Also, Mac, the NATO guys, they've kicked in all the doors. You're free to search inside the buildings now.
Got it. At least I can get out of the fucking rain. I'll come find you in a bit.
Have fun reminiscing.
Alright, so the mines on the street are cleared now, and we can...
Morning. You been in?
Oh wait, is that the UXO which is beeping?
Where are you now?
Who, me?
Oh,
I'm
you found that
exploring.
one.
I can hear an echo.
Yeah, I'm in what used to be the mayor's place, actually. At least it was before the government forces took it over.
Alright, let's see, let's remember this place before we go in. If I could. There we go. Oh. Ooh, okay.
The
There
people
we go.
here, they didn't have much love for their army.
Why do you think that is?
History, I guess. This place never supported the military takeover. The Kavala coup and all that. Plus, stationing troops in the town, nobody believed the government's spin about training. They were seen as an occupying force there to keep a lid on things.
So, what I'm just wondering right now is kind of, these are Tanoa props, so... I'm wondering how it will be for those who don't have a Tanoa, because I'm pretty sure when I placed those, friends who don't have Tanoa couldn't join that server, but that's something else anyways. And here we can see NATO is in here. Oh, I can't get in there. Huh. Oh. Huh, okay, let's check inside then, because I'm pretty sure there's also something here. Oh yeah, there's already here.
Tell me more about Staff Sergeant Adams. You met him on a previous deployment. That must have been in Generous, right?
No, actually, this was after I'd left the military. Previous deployment with IDAP, Pakistan. It must have been, God, 15 years ago? I think. Feels like another lifetime.
Ah, VR training. Some computers. Okay, let's check upstairs. Oh. Some mine warning signs. Oh, and it's ending here. What do we get here? Some painkillers? Yep. Oh. Another
leaflet
scenario.
here. The army must have scattered thousands of these.
Propaganda.
Something like that. This one says, there's still time to surrender. Maybe a bad choice of words considering.
Considering what?
What's the context here?
This was last year, September. These leaflets, they were dropped maybe a day before the fighting began. You see, the guerrillas there, they'd found themselves a new leader. Charismatic, ex-military. For him, this was no time to surrender. Far from it. In fact, he used that time to rally his people. Encourage them to resist, build defenses. Meanwhile, the army was setting up for a major offensive. The attack on Oreo Castro? It was no secret. Of course, after the leaflet drop, IDAP started to pull out of the town. So the little I do know, well, that brings us back to the brother. The one who disappeared. His name was Alexis. He volunteered to build a barricade. Town was his home, after all.
So far I did find out how to actually arm the drones, or like fill them with leaflets, and also how to change leaflets yourself. Just I couldn't quite figure out or make it work that I drop custom leaflets. Just that wouldn't work for some reason. Cease resistance. Further acts of aggressions against all armed forces will be the death of you. Well, well.
So, these leaflets, they were a warning to the town.
Yeah, they confirmed the offensive.
The government was concerned about civilian casualties.
Don't sound too surprised.
So, NATO's message, do you think it was getting through? I mean, according to the laws of armed conflict, that's the principle of precaution, right?
Sure, maybe. Or maybe they were just sick of all the extra paperwork.
Ida. Oh, we got a vehicle there. So we gotta build the barricade we just found earlier, technically, which is still in place after all these months.
Thought twice about taking these vehicles.
Look, sure, these were his neighbors, but this was their home, and it was under attack. What would you do?
Help me out with some context here. This barricade.
I mean, it was crude, right? A gap between two outcrops of rock, natural bottleneck. The guerrillas hoped to block the road by jamming it with vehicles. As for the vehicles in the barricade, the commission actually linked the plates to a number of locals. Of course, several were still missing after the incident, so the investigation made some assumptions. By that point, the guerrillas were short on vehicles, damaged, destroyed, or otherwise. They had to improvise.
So basically they just had to steal the vehicles of the people in the town. I didn't see all too many vehicles around, so I think I'm just gonna use these two, even though I feel kind of bad for using the ambulance. I'll just take this one as well. But I don't see any others, and I can't use this thing obviously. And that one is already being used as one. Civilian? No, it's all rebels. Yeah, I think these are the only vehicles remaining in the city, so
IDAP's neutrality was one thing, but the situation they faced was quite another.
You mean to say even your own vehicles were commandeered?
Nothing like biting the hand that feeds you, huh?
Nope. Okay, I should replace this one in the back and then have the other, the smaller. Oh. Probably should just drive through here and then back it up into it. Yeah. I'm gonna put the small car here. Fairly certain those are the only ones. Military area? How's this military area? Huh. Was this like a... Oh, did they just mean like the resistance rebels? Are they designated?
Stop me if this is a delicate topic, but I'd like to press you for more information on the executions.
Hey, just a thought. You remember the earthquakes back then?
Yes, they were quite frequent. Were IDAP at all concerned about that?
Oh yeah. Any kind of disaster relief on top of what we were dealing with, it would have just about finished us off completely. Sorry, I shouldn't laugh. Just, I was thinking, he even took a local priest's car. I remember I was talking to Father Georgiopoulos, and he was actually very good about the whole thing.
How so?
Something about rich men and camels.
After Alexis
Right.
built the barricade, what then? Did he stay inside the town?
No, that's where the story gets more complicated. The barricade itself was later chained up and set on fire by someone else. I don't know quite who. Alexis, he headed west to lay mines.
Oh.
At what point did things become unsafe in the center of town?
Well, I'm not sure it was ever completely safe. Even before things escalated, we were concerned about being accidentally targeted. And to be honest, it didn't matter where we moved. That always remained a concern. Anti-tank mines were already in the ground. If there's no pull fuse, and so long as they've not been stacked, they aren't too hard to remove. But Alexis, although he didn't use anti-handling devices, he did create a hybrid minefield.
AT mines. Mixed with APs.
That's it, yeah. He put anti-personnel mines around the anti-tank ones, made clearance all that much harder. Another strong point in the town was on a ridge line above the road. The guerrillas had overturned a car, stationed a heavy machine gun up there.
These mines, how did they get hold of them?
They got them when the government's outposts fell into guerrilla hands. Bounding mines. The type that leaps up a meter into the air before exploding. Nasty stuff. Hell, nowadays they're even made with plastic casing to throw off older types of mine detector.
And they're still there?
Mm-hmm. And not for long.
Damn, I just noticed a bit too late there was already an AP mine in the ground and not a AT mine. Boy. Yeah, it was a bit reckless, but oh well.
They got them when the government's outposts fell into guerrilla hands. Bounding mines. The type that leaps up a meter into the air before exploding. Nasty stuff. Hell, nowadays they're even made with plastic casing to
And they're still there?
Mm-hmm. And not for long. We're setting up our demining drones as we speak.
Oh no, oh no, oh no, no. Oh, I knew it. I knew it. One of those would go off.
You know,
In the
thinking about
rumble.
it, even if we had a record of where Alexis's mines were, it may not do much good.
No? I thought minefield maps were a key part of your work.
Most folks don't realize, but landmines, they don't stay put. Heavy rain, landslides, keeping a map current ain't so simple. And with all the earthquakes in this region, there's little Alexis proved to be quite the combat engineer. He placed the mines exactly as he'd been shown.
So, moving on, where did Alexis go next?
He took a quad bike up to the castle behind the town.
I'm still bleeding. Huh. Right.
The castle? Why?
He was needed at the guerrillas' base camp.
Okay. His group were running things from up at the castle.
Mm-hmm. And I see what you're getting at. Yeah, Geneva Convention's cultural objects, I think.
The barricade. There wasn't any way around it then?
From the road? No, well, not unless you cut through the compound.
It's sometimes a little weird how the narration is like right in, like just right when you do it. I know it's like all scripted obviously, and it's
Maybe a technical question.
Go ahead.
In these situations, do those involved commonly record the locations of minefields?
That's a tough one. Take this situation, for example. I'm convinced Alexis would have made a record, It's his home, after all. But do we have access to that information? No. And that's the problem. Things, information, people, landmines, they get lost in the fog of war. But that's the thing about landmines. Lost or not, they stick around. They wait to be found.
I mean, it is very obvious that the game is kind of, like every game is directed towards, it's interesting. It's directed towards the story, like that you proceed in that way, but just how they literally say what you do while you do it, that narration is kind of weird sometimes. Okay.
Do you feel these preparations made a difference?
In the short term, I do, yeah. The barricade held. The government's tanks were knocked out on the road.
And in the long term?
I'd go on, but as you may have heard, it's getting kind of loud here.
By the sounds of it, you've got your hands full.
This'll only take a minute. Be right back.
Bet you wish we had one of those in Pakistan, huh?
I gotta admit, that's 60 tons of getting shit done.
Oh boy, the lights are still flashing. And that's not how I left the ambulance. But, oh well. I suppose they're just like placed before and do not actually consider how you actually place the stuff.
By the way, while you were busy chatting to, well, whoever that is that isn't your wife...
I told you, Andy, she's a journalist. Get to the point.
Yeah. Well, anyway, I assembled the demining drones.
Oh.
Both of them?
Well, yeah. They're by the van.
Let's go back then and start demining. Okay. Let's see.
All right, got the terminal.
Beauty and the Beast. Interesting.
You got it?
Looking good.
So, you're gonna want to use the auto hover mode. Switch it on whenever you need to stay in one place.
Auto hover, right.
I'll arm the explosives once you've reached the minefield.
Let's see. I don't want to be too low.
Heads up. Enabling charges.
Oh.
Okay, now, the bombs. You only got 4. Release one and it'll drop straight down. Simple physics. If you run out, fly over to the van. There's plenty spare.
Thanks.
Having fun there?
Making things go boom, you know it.
Damn.
These demining charges pack quite a punch. What's in them?
500 grams of Krovex water gel, baby.
500 grams. Damn. That should hit it, hopefully. Oh.
How's it going?
Getting there.
That could be a bit off. Oh, we got it. That one didn't go off with the others though, so... Yeah, we'll probably have to fly it back once.
I'm out.
Don't sweat it. Steer back on over to the van. I'll rearm you.
I think went way off. Yeah. Oh well, doesn't matter. We'll have 4 new charges, so...
Safety's on.
Understood.
Oh.
There you are. Set it down where you started. Over by those white containers.
Close enough. Should be. Oh yeah, we're back in. I'd actually really like that there's a sort of animation for when you're on the UAV terminal. It wouldn't be that much work, just if you like kneel down or something, you have the terminal in your hand or something. That'd be nice. Okay.
Question, how can I see if I've gotten all the mines?
Your drone's got a dedicated sensor. Get close enough, and it'll detect any nearby explosives.
Alright, almost done.
Alright, let's get over this one. Get it closer. So let's see it on the monitor. Yeah. A bit more. That should do it. What? Are you serious? It was like right on point. I hope that is not that it's like glitched out or something. That would suck. Yeah, probably I'll have to go again, actually. What? Well, it did trigger the one I wanted to trigger. But this one's a tough one, so I'm gonna go real low. And hopefully steer away really quick. Okay, actually get a bit closer. I'm like right above it right now, right?
Gonna need another resupply.
No problem, Max. Same deal.
Yes, there we go. Also, there's a memory apparently by that. Yeah, by that vehicle. We gotta go back there later. I want to see that. Must have missed it on the way here. Oh. Careful. I can access the inventory with that? Oh, never mind. Alright, that should be the last one we need. Sorry for the awful drone flying. I'm just, it is so wiggly and everything, and especially with auto hover. And if I take it off, or if I just don't put it on early enough, I'll just overfly again by far. And bam, fly out so we don't damage the drone. Yes. Oh boy. The nukes are gonna go off. Yeah.
What the fuck was that?
Relax, relax. It sounds like it came from the other side of town. You want me to take a look?
No, stay put, I'll go.
Loose masonry, maybe? Just happened to disturb a landmine or something?
Yeah, maybe.
Let's see. Have we checked this one out yet? Nope.
Yeah, collapsed building, UXO, I bet.
The Army's offensive against the town. It seems like, well, a disaster, to be honest.
Yeah, they never imagined the guerrillas would put up a fight, that's for sure. The mines on the road caught them off guard, immobilized their armor. They took heavy casualties from mortar and MG emplacements, too. Some even blamed the Army command. Said they gifted the enemy time to organize.
The leaflets.
Right. It was a tough call. Complying with the laws of war, it's got a price.
Alright, I guess we'll see how the next faction will handle or what they'll do in this scenario in the next episode. So I'll see you guys then.